This phone has the slowest auto rotate I have ever witnessed in a modern smartphone. Yeah, that's not a bug. It's that slow every single time. I don't know why.
But I'm feeling all right because I have this incredible phone, the Xperia 1 Mark III, which I've been living with now for about 4 days. A lot of concerns with screen rotate and whether it's any good or not. It's actually absolutely fine. It's just as quick, if not maybe a fraction quicker than the Xperia 1 Mark II. I can only say that perhaps some of the YouTubers that have been talking about that being a problem, I don't know if they had software that was sort of not ready for release yet or something, but yeah, do not worry about that at all. You're absolutely fine there too.
I'd planned on using my Rode Wireless Go microphones for those stand-ups, but the headphone jack on this phone doesn't support analog audio for that purpose.
Or even using a 3.5mm headphone jack. Just make sure you're using a TRRS and a TRS to make sure the connection works. Now the last thing I want to share with you guys real quick is here. Now we're connected via a TRRS here on the Xperia 1 Mark III and a TRS from the Wireless Go 2. Here's the microphone. And you can see it registers on both.
The Xperia 1 Mark III is the first smartphone to pair a 4K resolution with a fast 120Hz refresh rate. But honestly, this is pretty misleading. The panel only runs in 4K within certain supported apps. You never know which ones. And Sony clarified to us directly that when 4K is enabled, the refresh rate will automatically dial down to 60Hz, so you never actually get 4K and the high refresh rate both at the same time.
And unless you're in a studio controlling the environment, the end result is seldom worth the added time. David Kogan explained part of the reason why.
What did we try first? 90, and now we're down to 45, 140 or 45. These are degrees.
Yeah.
And it's still f***ing overexposed. Because
the aperture is fixed.
You also get white balance and shutter angle. This has the same effect as the shutter speed, but it is referred to as shutter angle on video cameras. A higher number will let more light through, but can result in motion blur, and a lower number will let less light through, but the result is a choppy picture, the kind of motion that you would see in action sequences in movies.